आरम्भं करोतु महोदय।
वक्रतुंड महाकाय सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभा निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुर्साक्षात् परब्रह्मा तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। ओम सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांति। ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः।
धन्यवादः महोदय। अस्तु आरम्भं कुर्मः। Any questions from last class or about the homework?
Last week was simple. Homework
Have
was
you
simple.
पृच्छतु। Sukanya Mahoday, did you say you have a question?
No, no, Mahoday.
Okay, I misheard you then. Okay. Astu. So are you, so one of the exercises was to look up on Ashtadhyayi and find out the different lakara forms of some dhatus. Are you now a little bit comfortable at least looking up Ashtadhyayi?
Yes, ma'am.
So,
looking up Ashtadhyayi is easy, but I couldn't write whether it is lot lakara or lot lakara. Now I'll have to remember. That is very tough. Remembering
which lakara is which kala or bhava is difficult. So that is one of the reasons for all these homeworks, and that is why we keep repeating the name whenever we introduce a new name. It will come. It will all become second nature. If you remember in the first class, lot of new things here. We learned a lot of new things, and now if I talk about that, you'll feel bored. So same way, lakara, vibhakti, this will all become very common. So we said, let us do a very small revision and then we'll proceed. We said there are only two types of padas in Sanskrita. What are they? Anybody can?
Namapada and Kriyapada.
Namapada and Kriyapada. Namapadasya gunaha ke?
Vachana. Not kala. Now vachana purusha. Vibhakti is that vibhakti.
Linga Veda vibhakti.
Linga vachana and
Linga vachana vibhakti. So for Kriya Pada, anybody else?
Namaste, Mahoday.
Namaste, Rohini Mahoday. Speak up. Even if you are not confident, speak up. Somebody said Kala Purusha. Okay, correct. And?
Vachana.
Uttama. And then a couple of classes ago, we started this notion of a dhatu. So what is a dhatu or dhatu?
base word.
The root word.
Base or root or Mula Padam, right? Kriya
Mula
Padam.
pada, yeah, which remains same in all the vibhaktis and
Not remains the same. Okay. And then how do we differentiate between the different forms then? So if the Mula Pada or the Dhatu remains the same, how do we distinguish between the different forms?
yeah, dhatu and pratyaya is the pratyaya we need to differentiate.
So we add a pratyaya. Sing pratyaya is one form for getting the different lakara forms. So dhatu plus pratyaya and sing pratyaya in particular will make it a lakara, and dhatu plus other pratyayas. We saw, for example, sumun pratyaya. What other pratyaya we saw? Tavatu.
Tvapatraya pratyaya, tumun pratyaya.
Satyam. Tavatu. We studied Tavatu also, and that gave a sense of Bhutakala. Astu. And then in the last class, we a dhatu can be of how many types?
3 types.
KK, what are they?
Atmanepadi, Parasmaipadi, and Abhayapadi.
Ubhaya.
Ubhayapadi.
So what is an example of Parasmaipadi?
Like the Pachati, T ending words.
Yeah. Or
Parasmaipadi. Then for Atmanepadi, the Te ending words. Pachati, and Ubhayapadi, it is Te. It takes the form of Te also. Is what
T or Te. T or Te. That is for which lakara, which vachana?
For the Lat Lakara.
Lat lakara, which purusha, which purusha, which vachana?
For the
Uttama Purushaha.
Prathama purusha, lat lakara.
Lat lakara. Oh.
Ekavachana.
Ekavachana. Uttama. So whenever we talk about a Kriya Pada, we have to, if you want to be more specific, we have to talk about those 3 characteristics of the Kriya Pada: Lakara, Vachana, and Purusha. So T ending is correct, but T ending Pathati, that is fine, but it can also end in Pathataha, Pathanti. So we have to be specific. T ending in Prathama Purusha, Ekavachana, Lat Lakara. Uttamam. Okay. And we said that Atmanepadi is the result of the Kriya goes to doer, Karta, self. And Parasmaipadi is for
all.
But we also said that in real life and in the last several centuries, that distinction is no longer valid, and we use these interchangeably in terms of meaning. So far we have seen
Bhanumoday,
Vadatu Mahoday.
in the Atmanepadi we learned in the last session. So you explained, right? So Atmanepadi is generally used when the Kriya is done for oneself. The Karta is the main beneficiary of that action or the doer. So, but the example we studied, we looked at Shikshakaha, Balakam, Bhashate, that kind of thing, where it was not explicit, right? So generally that Shishu Hasate, that kind of things are more thing which is expressive, but we studied, I think, the similar sentences which we used to do it for the Parasmaipadi earlier.
Satyam, Satyam. So technically, that difference is there. Atmanepadi is used to identify or specify Kriya Padas where the result of the Kriya goes to the Karta. But as I said, over the centuries, over the last several hundred years, and more specifically in the modern context, that distinction is no longer there. So we use interchangeably. Shikshakaha balakam bhashate. The teacher speaks to the student. Shikshakaha balakam vadati. Same thing. Bhashate atmanepadi, vadati parasmepadi. Both mean exactly the same. It's just that bhashate is atmanepadi, vadati is parasmepadi. Technically, that difference is there, but in practice, that distinction is not followed.
But in the earlier texts and all, like you used to refer Ramayana and also there it's specific. Okay.
Satyam, Satyam. If you refer to the historical text, Mahabharata, Ramayana, I don't know at what point in time the meaning the distinction got lost. But yes, if you look at probably Ramayana, that distinction would have been maintained. Satyam, Satyam.
In German too, like there is like this thing that few things you use for yourself. Like there you use like different context. It is there in German also. And this what you're saying, like when you're doing for yourself and when it's for other people. It's I don't know how to explain, but there are certain words that you use and where there's this distinction when you're doing it for yourself and when it's for other person.
Spanish bhashayamapi asti va? Is it in Spanish also?
In German, I remember. In Spanish, I noticed because yes, in Spanish, no. In Spanish, there is no. As far as I remember, in Spanish, no. But in German, it's very clear, like when you use it. Yes.
Yeah, and if you talk to historians, they will tell you that German and many languages are derived from Sanskrit. So I'm not surprised that those concepts exist.
Yes, in German, but it's still used, and it's used a lot. Yes, yes.
I see. Narayanan Mahodaya, kimapi vaktum ichchati va?
Just saying that once you get into Karmani Prayoga, then the verb formation is all Atmanepadi only.
Satyam. Okay, we will learn that next year. We don't have to worry about it this year. And then, so we studied Pathati, Pathataha, Pathanti. What Purusha is that?
Pradhama Purusha.
Uttama Purusha.
And then Uttama Purusha.
Patami.
Pache.
Pathavi, Pathami, Pathavaha, Pathamaha. Uttamam. Ekavachanam, Dvivachanam, Bahuvachanam. So far, so we've talked about Kriya for others, Kriya for us. We haven't really studied Kriya for you. That is Madhyama Purusha. I Pathami, I am reading. Saha Pathati, he reads. But we haven't studied you are reading. So that is what we will study today. So this topic requires a little bit of attention because it could get confusing. So wherever you feel confused, please feel free to stop. I will try to explain as many times as needed.
Banodaya, it should be only in Atma, sorry, Uttama Purusha, no? Why it is in Prathama Purusha and Madhyama Purusha?
Which one, Mahodaya?
This one, Atmanepadi things.
Atmanepadi, just like Parasmaipadi, it will be in all three Purushas, Prathama, Madhyama, and Uttama. It will be in all three Purusha and all three Vachanas.
Okay.
Okay, I see what you are saying. If the action of the karta goes only to the doer, why is Atmanepadi in not only in Uttama Purusha? Is that your question?
Yes. That's the thing.
So Saha Pathate. So he is doing. He is studying. So the result of the action of reading goes to he, the karta, him. So that is why it can be in Prathama Purusha also. So when I'm saying aham pathe, then the action goes to me. But if he is doing and the action goes to him, the result goes to him, then we have to be able to specify that also, right? Saha pathate. The result of the patha action goes to he, saha. So that is why we have it in all three Purusha. So karta can be anybody. It can be me, it can be you, it can be he or she or whatever. Is that clear, Mahodaya?
You have to think of.
Okay, think about it and let me know. We will talk more. Can you all see my screen?
Yes.
So today we will look at Madhyama Purusha. So Saha Pathati, he reads. Aham Pathami, I read. We have seen that. So Saha and Aham Ekavachana. So if you want to say you are reading or you read, we will say Tvam Pathasi. So Tvam is you in Ekavachana. Saha Ekavachana Prathama, Aham Ekavachana Uttama, Tvam Ekavachana Madhyama Purusha. So Madhyama Purusha means you. So Tvam Pathasi. So the ending is he. So in Uttama Purusha, the ending is me. Prathama Purusha, the ending is he. Madhyama Purusha, ending is he. Ekavachana. Likewise, Sa Vadati Prathama Purusha, Aham Vadami Uttama Purusha. Madhyama Purusha, it will be Tvam Vadasi. You are speaking. Chhatra likhati prathama, aham likhami uttama, tvam likhasi. You are writing.
Mahodaya, this is Ratna. So this is so Tvam Patasi. So this is you are reading, and so Bhavan Patatu is you are asking the other person to read.
So here we are just saying a statement of fact. You are reading.
Yeah.
Bhavan Patatu means I am asking you to read or I am requesting you to read. Ajna or Prarthana. Bhavan Patatu, you read. You please read. Or you better read. Or you'll fail the exam. Something like that. So Ajna or Prarthana. Here we are stating a fact. Just like Aham Pathami means I am reading. Tvam Patasi means you are reading. It's just a statement of fact. Clear?
Yeah, then
So just like Prathama and Uttama Purusha, Madhyama Purusha will also have all three vachanas. So Tvam Pathasi, Yuvam Pathasaha, Yuyam Pathatha. So Pathasi, Pathasaha, Patatha. Vadasi, Vadathaha, Vadatha. Likhasi, Likhataha, Likhathaha, Likhatha. So Ekavachana ends in thi, Dvivachana ends in thaha, Bahuvachana ends in tha. Pathasi, Pathasaha, Pathatha. Vadasi, Vadathaha, Vadatha. Likhasi, Likhataha, Likhatha. And then just like for specifying the kriya, the karta for the kriya, when we are talking about Uttama Purusha, we use asmat shabda. aham, avam, vayam, I, the two of us, and all of us. Same way for specifying you or Madhyama Purusha, we use something called Yushmat Shabdaha. So the forms will be Tvam, Yuvam, Yuyam. You, you two, you all. Similar to Aham, Avam, Vayam. Aham is I, Avam is we two, Vayam is we all. Likewise, you is Tvam, you two is Yuvam, you all is Yuyam. Tvam, Yuvam, Yuyam. And if you combine those two concepts, Tvam Pathasi, you are reading, Yuvam Pathataha, you both are reading, Yuyam Pathatha, you are all reading. Likewise, Tvam Vadasi, Yuvam Vadatha, Yuyam Vadatha, Tvam Likhasi, Yuvam Likhatha, Yuyam Likhatha. प्रश्नाः सन्ति वा?
So this is only for Vartamana Kala.
Uttamam. Lat lakara, Vartamana Kala. We will study other lakaras in a future class. Sasyam. This is lat lakara. Vadatu.
Ling.
न श्रूयते.
मध्यमा पुरुष पुल्लिंगे.
क्रियापद. This is you.
Sorry. Yeah, kriyapada. Sorry.
क्रियापद. पठसि. So अत्र पश्यतु. सः पठति, सा वदति. They both end in ti. छात्रा लिखति, छात्रः लिखति. So kriyapada lingaveda nasti. And then just like we saw for Uttama Purusha, I, it doesn't matter whether I am a male or a female or a Napumsakalinga. Same way, you, it is Tvam only. Tvam, it can be, I can be referring to a male, Pullinga, Strilinga or Napumsakalinga. Tvam is Tvam. It doesn't change.
Thank you.
So, Tvam, Yuvam, Yuyam. So, you two, you all. So, they are the Karta, right? What is the Karta and what is the Kriya in this? Tvam Pathasi.
Tvam is the Karta, Pathasi is the Kriya.
Pathasi is Kriya. So, Tvam will be in which Vibhakti?
Karta Prathama Vibhakti.
Prathama Vibhakti. So that is what it is written here. Prathama Vibhakti forms for Yushmat Shabda is Tvam, Yuvam, Yuyam.
Yushmat.
What was it for Uttama Purusha?
Aham, avam,
Vayam.
Aham, avam, vayam. Similarly, Saha, tau, te, or ta, te, taha, chhatraha, chhatrau, chhatraha, like that, Prathama Vibhakti. Tvam, Yuvam, Yuyam. And as we saw here, Pathasi, Pathataha, Pathata, that is the Kriya Pada. As Ratnakar Mahodaya pointed out, it is Lat Lakara or Vartamana Kala. So, Pathasi, Pathataha, Pathatha. And as we saw in the last class or two classes before, we started specifying what is the dhatu for each of these. So for the pat dhatu, the different lakara forms, lat lakara forms, pathasi, pathataha, pathata, vadasi, vadathaha, vadatha, likhasi, likhataha, likhata, ityadi. Si, thaha, tha. And for the action of drinking, pibani or pibati, the dhatu is not pi, it is pa. It is not pi or pib. For likhati, the dhatu is likh. But for pibati or pibani or pibati, note that the dhatu is pa, not pi or pib. And the Madhyama Purusha forms are pibati, pibataha, pibataha, pibatha. And our friend, the action of going or coming, the dhatu is gam, gam dhatu. For Prathama Purusha, it is gacchati, gacchataha, gacchanti, right? It is not gamati, gamataha, gamanti. Even though the dhatu is gam, it gacchati, gacchataha, gacchanti in Prathama Purusha. Likewise, in Madhyama Purusha, gacchati, gacchataha, gacchatha. With me so far?
Is this
dhatus are parasmaipadi.
Good, good point. These are all parasmaipadi dhatus. We will study atmanepadi dhatus later. These are all parasmaipadi dhatus.
is this gam dhatu the same as in Om Gam Ganapati?
I think that's a bija mantra. I'm not sure, Mahodaya.
Okay.
That is bija mantra.
Yeah, usually when you see Ram, Hroom, Gam, those are all bija mantras.
Okay. That's not like a dhatu. We can't say it.
I don't know if they are using dhatus as part of the bija mantra. I'm not sure. Okay. One more thing, our friend As Dhatu. Do you remember the As Dhatu forms in Uttama Purusha?
Asti.
Asti.
Asmi. Asmi. Asmi.
Asmi swaha smaha.
Satyam.
Okay.
Prathama Purusha Asti Staha Santi, Uttama Purusha Asmi Swaha Smaha. Likewise, in Madhyama Purusha Asi Sthaha Tha. So, Tvam Asi Yuvam Sthaha Yuyam Stha.
Yeah.
Asi Sthaha Stha Tvam Yuvam Yuyam. So when I said Tvam Asi, it should have reminded you of something else.
Tattvam Asi.
Tattvam.
Vakya.
Satyam.
You are that.
You want to say more on that, Meera Mahodaya or Ratnakar Mahodaya? Tat Tvam Asi. So that is
it is you are that. It is picked from the Vedas. I think it is from Chandogya Upanishad or something.
Yes.
Yeah. So it says you are that. You are that consciousness.
You are the Brahman. You are the
Tat
Brahman.
Satya.
Similar vakyas are I am Atma Brahman. Then
Aham Brahmasmi.
Aham Brahmasmi. So there are 4 Mahavakyas which are quoted in the Upanishads. Prajnanam Brahma. So all mean the same. It is you are that.
You are that. And that means?
That means that
it cannot mean the same thing.
Satchitananda.
It cannot mean the same thing.
Sorry?
It cannot mean the same thing. It is from different angles.
It is from the angle of you start with Prajnanam Brahma, you identify Brahman within you, then you see everything as Brahma, and then you identify everything as Brahma, which is deep within you, and finally you attain that state. So those are the 4 Mahavakyas. Ultimately, the fundamental meaning is you are that. And that consciousness is everywhere. What is within you is everywhere.
Brahma Pada and Brahman are different.
Yes.
Brahma is Chaturmukha Brahma.
Similar to Purnamadav, Purnamidam, Purnat, Purnamudachyate. Purnasya, Purnamadaya, Purnameva, Patpashishyate.
This is Meera Mode's favorite topic. She can.
I've asked
But
them
it
to.
comes, it's good to apply Sanskritam.
Right. That's why I brought it up. And I've asked Meera Mahodaya to give us a small tutorial, but she's very busy with other things. So someday when she finds time, she will grace us with her knowledge on this subject.
So Tvam Asi means if you literally translate to English, it is you are.
You are. Tvam Asi, you are. Yuam Saha, you two are. Yuyam Tha, you all are. So Tvam Balakaha Asi, you are a boy. Tvam Chhatra Asi, you are a girl student. Like that. So similarly, we saw in Uttama Purusha, right? Aham Vaidyaha or Aham Vaidya Asmi. I am a doctor, male or female, depending on who's speaking. So same way, Tvam Vaidya Asi, you are a doctor. Yuvam Vaidye Saha, you are two female doctors, etc. So far, is everybody with me? Is this clear? I know we have added the Madhyama Purusha and also Yushmat Shabda in one go, but you're all advanced at that advanced stage, so I feel confident about not having to do the fundamentals each time. Astu. Ekam abhyasam kurmah. Drishyate va? Mama sanganakam drishyate va?
आम् महोदय
अस्तु सुधा महोदय आरम्भं करोतु कर्ता अत्र अस्ति कर्म अत्र अस्ति क्रिया अत्र अस्ति वाक्यं निर्मायतु
लिखसि त्वम् अभ्यासं लिखसि
त्वम् अभ्यासं लिखसि द्विवचन and बहुवचन
अभ्यासः त्वम् अभ्यासं लिखसि नो लिखसि
लिखसि सत्यं
लिखसि युवाम् अभ्यासं लिखतः यूयम् अभ्यासं लिखत
सत्यं
लिखत
उत्तमं you are writing an abhyasa, you two are writing abhyasa, you are all writing an abhyasa. उत्तमं सुकन्या महोदय
yes त्वं जलं पिबसि युवां जलं पिबथः and युवां then यूयं जलं पिबथ
त्वं पिबसि युवां पिबथः यूयं पिबथ उत्तमपुरुषे किं भवति उत्तमपुरुषे किं भवति
उत्तमपुरुष अहम् अभ्यासं लिखामि आवाम् अभ्यासं लिखावः वयम् अभ्यासं लिखामः
उत्तमं प्रथमपुरुषे
प्रथमपुरुषे so त्वं will become
सः और सा
सः अभ्यासं लिखति तौ अभ्यासं लिखतौ ते अभ्यासं लिखते
लिखति लिखतः लिखन्ति not लिखतौ
okay
लिखति लिखतः लिखन्ति so as you are doing this abhyasa in your mind think about the or refresh your memory in the uttama purusha and prathama purusha forms also it will be a good exercise.
Yes.
Usha Mahoday.
Tvam patam patasi yuvam patam patataha yuyam patam tatha.
Pathatha. Uttama. Vijay Menon Mahoday.
Yeah. Tvam phalam khadasi. Tvam you want the yuvam phalam khadatah yuyam phalam khadatha.
Khadatha. Uttama. Khadati. Khadatha. Khadatha. Uttama.
Dhanyavad.
Bhavani Mahoday.
Tvam satyam vadasi yuvam satyam vadataha yuyam satyam vadatha.
Vadatha. Uttamam. Rohini Mahoday. Prayatnam karoti va? Do you want to try? That is all done, Mahoday. I think the only thing left is Gramaha and Gam Dhatu.
From Gramam Gachati. From Gramam Gachata. Yuyam Gramam Gachata.
Gachati, Gachatha, Gachatha. Uttama, Uttama. Any questions? Clear? Let's proceed. So we saw Asdhatu, Asi, Thaha, Stha, Tvam Asi, Yuvam Sthaha, Yuyam Stha, Tvam Balakaha, Asi, you are a boy, Yuvam Mahile Sthaha, you two are women, Yuyam Vaidyaha Stha, you are all doctors. So, in when we were studying Ajna Prarthana form, we were not saying Tvam, we were saying Bhavan or Bhavati, right? And I don't know if we studied Bhavan Pathati, Bhavantau, Bhavantaha. Did we study this?
No.
Bhavan Patati only.
Patatu was there. I don't know if he studied Patati. Chintanasti. So, similar to Yushmat Shabda, there is something else called a Bhavat Shabda, which is also used to refer to you. Bhavan Pathati, Bhavantau Pathataha, Bhavantaha Pathanti. You are reading, you two are reading, you are all reading. Bhavati likhati, bhavatyau likhataha, bhavatyaha likhanti. You are writing, you two are writing, and you are all writing. So, anybody notice a difference from what we have studied previously?
Yes.
Ling Beda?
This is same like our Patati.
Yeah, the Prathama
Bhavan Prathama Purushah asti.
Yeah.
Patanti, Bahuvachan. Same
It
like.
doesn't have this.
There is no Ajna Mahodaya here.
Yushmat Sabda.
There is no Madhyama and Uttama Purusha here.
So
no, Prathama and Madhya is almost same.
Can you show the slide once?
Okay. So, Tvam.
Bhavan is a karta here, right?
Bhavan, bhavantau, bhavantah karta, parantu, pathati, pathatah, pathanti asti. But we are saying you, but we are still saying you are reading. We are not saying he is reading or she is reading. We are saying you are
Yushma Sarma is not used here.
So Yushmat Shabda is not.
Patataha.
Bhavan, Bhavatyo, they refer to a man, and Bhavati, Bhavatyo refer to a woman. Is that the distinction?
That is one distinction, as you have pointed out, Sudha Mahodaya, and as Vijay Sundara Mahodaya also pointed out, Sasyam, that is there. Look at the Kriya Pada though. What are the ending? Shouldn't they end in Pathasi, Pathaha, Pathanti? They are ending in Pathanti.
Prathama Vibhakti ending.
Prathama Purusha, not Prathama.
Okay. Prathama Purusha. Prathama Purusha ending.
There is a background noise. There is a background noise.
You can mute her, Mahodaya.
I muted her. They're all Prathama Purusha ending. We are saying you, but the ending for the Kriya Pada are all in Prathama Purusha. So how do we reconcile that? So
because it's Namapada, right, Mahodaya? It's Namapada, right? Bhavan we are using.
Tvam also is a Namapada. Tvam, Yuvam, Yuyam is also a Namapada.
Bhavan generally is used with respect.
Satya. So in Hindi, Sasyam Sumitra Mahodaya. In Hindi, we have a concept of tum and aap, right? Yes. Tum is we use for somebody very familiar to us or younger to us or close to us. Aap we use for somebody who we respect, like our teachers, our parents, our elders, and strangers. I'm sure the same concept exists in other languages. In Telugu, it is Nugu, Meeru, Kannada, Tamil, all our languages have that, right? So, same thing. Tvam, Yushmat Shabda is used for Tvam, for somebody familiar with us. Bhavan, Bhavat Shabda is used for somebody elder to us, respected teachers, gurus, etc., whom we don't know, strangers whom we just met. The thing is, when we are using Yushmat Shabda, it will be in Madhyama Purusha, but when we are using the Bhavat Shabda, it's a peculiarity in Sanskrita. Bhavat Shabda, that's the only Shabda, even though it refers to you and it should be in Madhyama Purusha, it takes the Prathama Purusha ending for Kriya Pada. So that is why it is Bhavan Pathati or Bhavati Pathati and not Bhavan or Bhavati Pathasi. That's a peculiarity in Sanskrit. Even though both of them mean the same, when we use Bhavat Shabda, it takes the Prathama Purusha ending for Kriya Pada. Whereas when we use Yushmat Shabda, Tvam, Yuvam, Yuyam, it will take the normal Madhyama Purusha ending. So that is one thing I want to say. And the second thing I want to say is, in our context, in nowadays, we are making the distinction that Bhavan or Bhavati is used for respect for elders, whereas Tvam is used for somebody familiar. But in actual Sanskrita, there is no distinction as such. If you read Bhagavad Gita, as many of you are reading, Arjuna refers to Krishna as Tvam in many places. Does it mean that Arjuna doesn't have respect for Krishna? It is not like that, right? Even after Krishna reveals himself through his Vishwarupa and tells him, I am the creator and all of that, he still says Tvam only. Fine. Before Vishwarupa, he could be, we can argue that, oh, they were friends, so that's why he was using Tvam. But even after Vishwarupa, Darshana and all of that, he still calls him Tvam in many places. So Tvam actually, Tvam, even though in our modern context, we are using Tvam as somebody, for somebody who's familiar, and Bhavan as somebody respected, similar to Tum and Aap in Hindi. In Sanskrita, when you read Mahabharata or Ramayana or any other text, you won't find that distinction. So Rama calls his guru as Tvam. Doesn't mean that Rama doesn't have respect for his guru. It's just that that's the way it used to be. Nowadays, we have made that distinction. Narayanan Mahoday.
What I gathered was that Tvam you use to a person to whom you know, and Bhavan is you use when you don't know the person well enough. It is not respect or not. It is not dependent on respect, but on familiarity.
Sasyam. That is another way to look at it. But if you look at historical text, that distinction is not made always. In our modern context, because of how we use these concepts in our own mother tongue, we have made that distinction. So that is why when we refer to each other, we call Bhavan Bhavati. And when you talk to somebody familiar or younger to you, you can use Tvam.
One change has occurred here in Europe. What I see, like in Germany and in Spain, like where I've seen, like earlier people would use this Bhavan and then this Tvam form, but now it has disappeared. They're using like Tvam only. Right. And if you use like Bhavan, it like although like the person would be elder to you, very elder, but they would consider it's more like you are not my friend. Like a very, like it's hardly used nowadays, like this Bhavan form.
Okay.
It's all Tum. Like 30-40 years back, it was like a clear distinction, but it has disappeared in these two countries, like I can tell you, like in Spain and Germany.
Okay. It's all two, right?
It's two, everyone, like it's two. Yes.
Yeah.
But for beginners like us, Bhavan is easier. So you don't have to remember one.
Satyam. So like Prashant Mahoday was saying, it's context sensitive, it's culture sensitive, it's time sensitive. So 30 years ago, if we use the Bhavan two form in Spain to an elder, maybe they would have felt disrespected. Now, as he's saying, they don't care. It's all common. So maybe 20-30 years from now, we will stop using Bhavan and start using Tvam in Sanskrit also, or maybe we will all go back to Bhavan. Who knows? Language changes with time and culture and place and all of that. Clear?
Mahamoday, does this mean that the only time we use the Madhyam Purusha form for Kriya Pada is when we have Tvam, Yuvam and Yuvam? Is there any other scenario? Right?
No. Just like we use the Aham, Avam, Vayam only in the Uttama Purusha, you use Tvam, Yuvam, Yuyam or the Yushmat Shabda only in the context of Madhyama Purusha. But you can also use Bhavan, Bhavantau, Bhavantaha, Bhavati, Bhavatyo, Bhavatyaha. So all of that said, what is the current practice in Sanskrita? We still use, just like in Hindi and Telugu and Marathi and Kannada and other languages, the normal convention is Bhavan, Bhavati for somebody elder to us, our teacher, elder either in age or in relationship, or a stranger or somebody we are not familiar with. We still have to use Bhavan, Bhavati. And for people younger to us or people familiar to us, we can use the Vishwan form from Yuvam, Yuvam.
One more thing, like which you asked me earlier, I was not like able to answer that. I don't remember the form, like which you use for yourself. In Spanish also it's there, but it's not used that frequently as in German.
I see. I see. धन्यवादः. So bhavat shabda, the ekavachana, sorry, the prathama vibhakti forms are bhavan, bhavantau, bhavantah for pumlinga, bhavati, bhavatyau, bhavatyah for strilinga. Similar to Ramah, Ramo, Ramaha, Sita, Site, Sitaha, but the endings are different. So if we apply that, since we said bhavat shabda has to be used in prathama purusha, bhavan pathati, bhavantau pathatah, bhavantah pathanti, bhavati likhati, bhavatyau likhatah, bhavatyah likhanti, bhavan, bhavantau, bhavantah pumlinga, bhavati, bhavatyau, bhavatyah strilinga.
So here the strilinga is taking the form of nadi shabda.
Nadi, nadyau, nadyah. Uttamam, uttamam. But pumlinga, it doesn't look like Rama Shabda at all. It is something else entirely different.
Because it's not avakara ending, no? It is no ending. It's different one.
Nakara, na takara. Bhavat takara ending.
Halanta shabda.
It's a halanta shabda.
Halanta shabda. Satyam. So we studied this. Bhavan bhavati patati parantu tvam patati katham. Katham means how. I don't think we studied this word katham. Katham means how or how come. And the answer is bhavat shabda prathama purushe asti parantu yushmat shabda madhyame asti. We studied two, right? Two means?
Bhavatu. Right.
No. Just the word two. Two means but or indeed. So let us do an abhyasa just to make the concept more clear. So here in the first question, in the question form, we have either in the Yushmat form Madhyama Purusha or the Bhavat Shabda sentences, we have to convert it into the other form. So Viraj Mahodaya, please start us. Tvam patham patati. Convert this into Bhavat Shabda.
Bhavan patam patati.
Dvivachana, Bahuvachana.
Bhavantau patam patatah. Bhavantah patam patanti.
Patanti. And this one in all three vachanas. Tvam patham patati.
Tvam, then yuyam.
Yuvam.
Yuvam, yes.
Yuvam.
Tvam.
Tvam patati. Yuvam.
Tvam patam patasi. Yuvam patam patatah. Yuyam patam patata.
Patatha and patatha. Mahaprana, not alpa prana.
Patatah, patatha.
Uttamam. Here we said bhavan. If it is bhavati, if it is strilinga.
Bhavati patam patati. Bhavatyau patam patati. Bhavatyau patam
patatah.
Patatah. Bhavatyah patam patanti.
Uttama. Bhavati patati. Bhavatyau patatah.
Patatah. Bhavatyah patam patanti.
Uttama, Uttama. Sumitra Mahoday.
Bhavati Vidyalayam Gachati. Tvam Vidyalayam Gachasi.
Tvam Vidyalayam Gachasi. Uttamam. Bhavati Tvam Vidyalayam Gachasi.
Bhavatyau Vidyalayam Gachatah. Yuvam Vidyalayam Gachatah.
Yeah.
And so this one will be Bhavatyah Vidyalayam Gachanti. And this one is Yuyam Vidyalayam Gachata.
Gachatha, tha, not
tha. TH, like tha.
Uttamam, Uttamam.
Dhanyavad.
Varalakshmi Mahoday. Do you want to try this, Mahoday? Varalakshmi Mahoday अस्ति वा?
त्वं गीतं शृणोषि युवं गीतं शृणुतः यूयं गीतं शृणुत शृणुत. Okay.
And if you want to use Bhavan Shabda?
Bhavan Geetam Shrunoti. Bhavanto Geetam Shrunutah. Bhavantah Geetam Shrunuvanti. Okay.
Shrunuvanti or Shrunvanti. Either form is correct.
Shrunvanti. Okay. Shrunuvanti. Okay. Bhavati Geetam Shrunosi.
Shrunoti. Bhavati. When you use
Bhavati Geetam Shrunoti. Bhavantyo Geetam Bhavatyo Geetam Shrunutah. Bhavatyah Geetam Shrunvanti.
Shrunvanti or Shrunvanti.
Shrunvanti. Okay. Okay.
Dhanyavadah, Mahoday.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Prashant Mahoday, एतत् प्रयत्नं करोतु.
भवान् दानं ददाति, त्वं दानं ददासि.
Dadasi. It's a special form. Dadasi.
Dadasi. Okay. Then bhavantau danam dadatah.
Uttamam.
And then bhavantah danam dadant 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 dadati.
Dadati. Dadati dattah dadati.
Dadati. And then tvam yuva danam dadatah. Yuyam danam dadatha.
Dadatha. Uttamam. Prashnaः सन्ति वा? Clear? Confusing? Any confusion? Ask.
Bhanu Mahadaya, can I have that dadati dadataha in writing?
Okay.
Sorry. Somewhere you said dattaha, so I didn't.
Sasyam. So what is the latlakara form for da dhatu? Uttama prathama purusha dadati. Anybody remember?
Dadati.
Dadati. Is it dadati or datta?
Dadati, dadataha, dadati.
Okay. No issues. We all have a tool to check, right? Let us check. So what is the dhatu? Anybody remember?
Dadat.
So let us go to Ashtadhyayi. Da, to give. That is a different form. That is a different form. That is not working.
We had it in homework, Atmanepadi, datte.
Okay.
Dadate, dadate.
Yeah. So dadati, dattaha, dadati, not something else. Dadati, dattaha, dadati, dadati, dattaha, dattha, dadami, dadvaha, dadmaha. So I think even I made a mistake. I think I wrote dadasi. It should be dadasi.
Dasi.
So in Uttama Prathama Purusha dadati dattaha dadati. And dadati dattaha dattha. It should be dadati. Any other questions? Agre saramaha. Does anybody know what is root lakara? Anybody remember?
Bhavishyat kala.
Bhavishyat kala. Vartamana kala is?
Lat.
Lat.
Lat lakara.
Lat lakara.
Bhavishyat
Lang
kala
lakara. Is past.
Bhavishyat kala is root. Bhuta kala is?
Lang lakara.
Lang lakara. And Ajna Prarthana is?
Lot lakara.
Lot lakara.
And so we will study Rut Lakara for Madhyama Purusha because it's very easy. Tvam pathasi Lat Lakara, Rut Lakara pathishyasi. Yuvam patishyatha, yuyam patishyatha. So instead of pathasi, pathatha, pathatha, we will have patishyasi, patishyatha, patishyatha. So the ending remains the same. Tithatha. We will instead of patha, we will have patishya or vadishya, ishya as the prefix to tithatha. So patishyasi, patishyatha, patishyatha, vadishyasi, vadishyatha, vadishyatha, lekishyasi, lekishyatha, lekishyatha. Let us look at a few common words. Patishyasi, we saw that. We saw these three. Khadishyasi, khadishyatha, khadishyatha. You are going to eat in the future. You too will eat. Are going to eat in the future. You all are going to eat in the future. Same way, pasyasi, pasyatha, pasyatha. You will drink. You too will drink. You all will drink. Gam dhatu. Gamishyasi, gamishyatha, gamishyatha. And look at the as dhatu. It is not ashyasi, ashyataha, ashyatha. It is bhavishyasi, bhavishyatha, bhavishyatha. So this is one exception we have to remember. For the Asthatu, Nrutlakara forms are Bhavishyati, Bhavishyatha, Bhavishyatha.
Also for Pa Dhatu, it is Pasyasi.
Pa Dhatu, it is Pasyati. It is not Pibasi or something like that.
Bhanumadev, this was also for how it was for Pratham Purusha, na? Like Bhavishyati, Bhavishyata, Bhavishyanti, right? So if you know the Pratham Purusha, then this is just a variation. That's another way to of the special dhatus, right?
Correct. Right. Pasyati, Pasyataha, Pasyanti, Bhavishyati, Bhavishyataha, Bhavishyanti. Satyam. Likewise, Madhyama Purusha will take the Prathama Purusha form. Satyam. Even the Uttama Purusha is also the same, right? Pasyami, Pasyavaha, Pasyamaha. Bhavishyami, Bhavishyavaha, Bhavishyamaha. Satyam.
Gam also, na? Gamishyati, Gamishyataha, Gamishyanti.
Gamishyami, Gamishyavaha, Gamishyamaha. Satyam. Anything else anybody wants to point out? An easy way to remember, or any other comments you want to make, questions you have?
In there used to be Bhavati, right? But okay.
Vadatu.
No. So Asti was Bhavishyasi, is it? Future tense. In normal, I'm talking about not Madhyama Purush. In Prathama Purush.
Bhavishyati for Asti.
Bhavishyati,
I think you can also use Bhavati, Bhavataha, Bhavanti, the small ikara, Hriswa ikara. Bhavati.
That's what I was thinking.
That is what it exists.
Yeah, we use it very frequently, no? Bhavati.
Bhavati.
But that is not future tense. That is not about the future, no? Bhavati.
Bhavati takes the form of Bhavishyati.
So Asti and Bhavati were almost similar, like exists.
They are similar. Latlakara, it will be Astistaha Santi and Bhavati Bhavataha Bhavanti. Parantu Bhavishyat Kale Bhavishyati Bhavishyataha Bhavanti Prathama Purusha, Madhyama Purusha Bhavishyati Bhavishyataha Bhavishyata for both.
Okay.
For both. Any other observations? Any questions? Astu, abhyasam kurmaha. Let us do in both Yushmat Shabda and Bhavat Shabda, in all three vachanas. Madhuri Mahoday, Prasamam Karatu, in Yushmat Shabda. Tvam
Abhyasam Likhasi. Yuvam Abhyasam Likhatah. Yuyam Abhyasam Likhatha.
Same thing in using Bhavat Shabda.
Sorry, I'm supposed to do in Lut Lakar.
Satyam. Lut Lakare Karotu. Bhavishyat Kala.
Tvam Abhyasam Lekhishyasi. Yuvam Abhyasam Lekhishyatah. Yuyam Abhyasam Lekhishyatha.
Uttamam. Bhagya Dhanyavadah Mahoday. Bhagya Mahoday, same thing using Bhavan or Bhavati. Same thing.
Bhavan Abhyasam lekishyati. Bhavan, right?
Satyam, Satyam.
Okay. You want to bhavati also?
No, do the dvivachana and bahuvachana, all three vachana.
Bhavatyau abhyasam lekishyatah. Bhavatyah abhyasam lekishyanti.
So, if you are using Yushmat Shabda or Madhyama Purusha, lekishyati, lekishyataha, lekishyatha. If you are using Bhavati or Uttama Purusha, lekishyati, lekishyataha, lekishyanti. Even though in both cases we are referring to you. You are going to write Abhyasa. In one case, it will take the Yushmat Shabda equivalent ending ti, tha, tha. If you use Bhavan, Bhavati, it will take ti, taha, shyati, shyataha, shyanti. That's what I wanted to point out. Ramu Mahodaya. Next one. Tvam.
Tvam Satyam Vadata.
Bhavishyat Kala, Rut Lakara.
Okay. Tvam Satyam Vadishyasi.
Vadishyasi.
Tvam Yuvam Satyam Vadishyava. Vadishyataha. Yuvam Satyam Vadishyamaha.
Vadishyamaha will be Avam.
Okay.
Uttama Purusha. We are doing Madhyama Purusha. Tvam, Yuvam, Yuyam.
Vadishyata.
Vadishyatha. Vadishyasi, Vadishyatha.
Vadishyata. Vadishyata.
Puna karotu. Again.
Okay. Tvam Satyam Vadishyasi. Yuvam Satyam Vadishyata. Yuyam Satyam Vadishyata.
It is not Alpa Prana, not Tha. We have to be careful not pronounce.
Yeah.
Satyam, Uttama, Uttama. Vijay Sundaram Mahodaya. Do the same thing in using Bhavan or Bhavati. Vijay Sundaram Mahodaya Shiva. Okay. Ratnakar Mahodaya.
Bhavan Satyam Vadati.
Vadati is Lat Lakara. We are doing Rut Lakara. Bhavishyat.
Yeah, Bhavishyat. Bhavan Satyam Vadishyasi.
Vadishyati.
Yeah.
When we use Tvam, it will be Vadishyati. When we use Bhavan or Bhavati, it will be Vadishyati. Prathama Purusha.
So it is Tvam Satyam Vadishyasi.
Tvam, if you use, it will be Vadishyati. If you use Bhavan or Bhavati, it will be Vadishyati.
And Yuvam Satyam.
Tvam is over. Ramu Mahodaya did that.
Yeah.
Do the same thing in Bhavana, using Bhavana Bhavati.
Okay. So Bhavanto Satyam Vadishyataha. Vadishyataha and Bhavantaha Satyam Vadanti.
Vadishyanti. Vadanti is Latla.
Vadishyanti.
Uttama. Usha Mahodaya. Next one.
Tvam I'm doing tvam, right? So tvam patam patasi. Oh, patish. Patati. It's patishyati. So it's patishyati. Yuvam patam patishyataha. And yuyam patam patishyatha.
Patishyata. Do the bhavan bhavati also.
Bhavan patam patishyati. Bhavantau patam patishyatah. And bhavantaha patam patishyanti.
Uttama, uttama. Srividya Mahoday, did you get a turn? I forget.
No, Mahoday.
Karoti, krupaya.
So I should do Tvam or Bhavan Bhavati.
Do both. Do both.
Okay. Tvam Gramam Gamishyasi. Yuvam Gramam Gamishyatah. Yuyam Gramam Gamishyatha. Bhavan Gramam Gamishyasi. Gamishyati. Gachati.
Gamishyati. Gachati is lat lakara. We are doing lakara.
Okay. Gamishyati. Bhavantau Gramam Gamishyatah. Bhavantaha Gramam Gamishyanti. Bhavati Gramam.
Bhavati is the same. If you do one, that is enough. Bhavan Bhavati, it will be the same. Manjula Mahoday.
Tvam Satyam vadishati Phalam.
Phalam. I cannot hear you. Vadatu. I could not hear you. Now I can.
My internet is unstable. Phalam and khad I will take.
Take.
Okay. Tvam phalam khadishyasi. Yuvam phalam khadishyatah. Yuyam phalam khadishyatha. Bhavan phalam khadishyati. Bhavantau phalam khadishyatah. Bhavantaha phalam khadishyanti.
Uttamam. Only thing is, it's not phalam, it is phalam. Uttamam Mahoday. Sandeep Mahoday. Anantaram karo.
Is Jalam and Pa, right? Left?
That is only one left.
Gramam. Okay. Tvam Jalam Pasayasi. Pashyasi. Tvam Jalam Pashyasi. Yuvam Jalam Pashyatha. Yuyam Jalam Pashyatha.
Pasya.
Mahodaya, it is pasya or pasya?
Pasya actually. Not sha.
Not sha. Sa.
Acha. Even Bhavishya Kala it's sa. This Pasya.
Sa.
Mama, Satyam. Atra pashyati. Pasyati. Pasyatha. Bhavati.
So Bhavati Jalam Pasyati. Bhavatyo Jalam Pasyatah. Bhavatyah jalam pasyanti.
Uttama. Uttama. Nice. Very nice. So hopefully studying the two together has given more clarity in how to look at this. Any questions? Astu.
This was a good exercise, yeah, to get the distinction.
Right.
Uttama. Uttama. I'm glad it helped. So let us do one last topic. It's an easy topic. So in the past, let me write something. Can you see the screen where I'm about to type? Ramaha.
Yes.
Manam. If you want to say Latlakara, they are going to the forest. What will be said?
Gachanti.
Gachatah.
Gachatah.
Gamishyasi.
Gamishyasi, Bhavishyat Kala. Gamishyasi, we can use only in Tvam, not Ramaha and Lakshmana. Chhatre, Mahile, Cha. Let us do Vaidye. Vayam Sena Chamasena Cha. If I want to say eating, Kha.
Khaditah.
Vayam.
Khadamaha, sorry.
Khadamaha. Vaha will be avam. So atra pashyatu. In first sentence, Ramaha Lakshmanaha cha vanam gachatah chhatre mahile vaidye cha gruhe santi vayam hastena chamasena cha khadamaha. In first case, the cha. So what does the first sentence mean?
Also.
Rama and Lakshman are going to the forest.
Rama and Lakshmana are going to the forest. And we could have said Bhutakala. Pratavantau. Pratavantau. Or you can use the Lang Lakara form also. It doesn't matter. And second sentence, what is the meaning?
Also. Chhatre mahile vaidye cha gruhe santi.
So two female students, two women and two female doctors are in the house. And last one.
We use our hand and spoon to eat.
We use our hand and spoon to eat. So one thing, in the first case, Rama and Lakshmana ekavachana and they are pullinga. But we are using cha along with it. Chhatre, Mahile, Vaidye, they are all in Dvivachana, Strilinga, Prathama Vibhakti, but we are still using cha. And in the third case, we are joining Hastena and Chamasena with cha. They are in Trutiya Vibhakti Ekavachana. Prathama Vibhakti Ekavachanam, Prathama Vibhakti Dvivachanam, Trutiya Vibhakti Ekavachanam. In all the cases, cha is remaining the same. We are not saying Ramaha Lakshmanaha chaha. We are not saying Chhatre Mahile Vaidye che. We are not saying Hastena Chamasena chena. We are not saying that. The cha remains the same. So such words which remain the same regardless of the vachana, vibhakti or linga, they are called avyaya. So they don't change based on vachana, vibhakti or linga. such words are called avyaya. Bahuvachana is avyayani. So, Trishu Lingeshu, in all three lingas, Sarvasu Vibhaktishu, in all vibhaktis, Vachaneshu, in all vachanas, in all three vachanas, Sarveshu, in every place, Na Vyayati, that which does not change, is called an avyaya. So, an avyaya is something that does not change according to vachana, vibhakti, or linga. It remains the same. Clear?
Yes.
So basically, what is Vyayati is avyaya.
Na vyayati avyaya. Satyam. Na vyayati avyaya. Is the prefix there, opposite. Satyam. Satyam. And so we have seen some of these avyaya padas in the form in the past. We just didn't call them avyayas. So let us look at a few. Kada. So we try to group these together so that it will be easy to remember, but there is no such rule. It's only for ease of remembrance. Kada, we saw that. Kada means when, right? So we saw several answers to kada. Yada, tada, sada, ekada, but we never talked about what kind of words these are. So they are all avyaya. And the definition we use is linga vachana vibhakti, which means what type of word is it?
Namapada.
Namapada. So namapada will have linga vachana vibhakti, but we are saying for avyaya, it's a special type of namapada which does not change according to linga vachana vibhakti. We saw, for example, kutra. Kutra asti, balakah kutra asti, balika kutra asti, balakaha kutra santi. Its kutra is the same. It did not change. And our responses was atra, balakah atra asti, balike atra staha, balakaha atra santi. They are all here. But atra has not changed, whether it was balakaha or balike or balakaha, right? And we saw tatra, anyatra, sarvatra. What is adaha? Anybody?
Bottom.
Below.
Below.
Upari.
Above.
Top. Above.
Bahihi.
Outside.
Outside.
Out. In Hindi we say bahar or something like that. Dakshinataha.
Right side.
Right hand. Right side.
Right.
Vamataha.
Left side.
Vampanti.
Right. Vamapanti in Hindi we say left party. It is derived from this. Dakshinataha, right hand. The way I remember it is Dakshina. Dakshina is also a name, is another word for dana. And we usually do dana with the right hand. So Dakshina is right. Vamataha, left. So that's how I remember it. You can remember it any way you want.
Dakshina is also south.
Yeah, Dakshina also south, no? In Hindi, Dakshina south.
That way you use and Paschima for back. Paschimottanasana, Purvatasana.
Satyam. Itastataha, from here and there. Another thing, these are all taha. Namapada taha, for which vibhakti we get? Which vibhakti and which vachana?
Fifth, Panchami.
Panchami.
Yeah, Hariyam.
Ekavachana.
Dakshinataha means therefore from the south.
From the right side.
From the right side, from the south side. Vamataha, from the left. Itastataha, from here and there. Anyatha.
From somewhere.
Elsewhere.
Elsewhere.
We saw katham, how. Katham is how. That is also an avyaya. Uchchaiti. Anybody know?
Mahodaya.
Loud.
Louder.
Louder.
Mahodaya.
He vadatu.
Here the anyatha means otherwise.
Otherwise also. Anyatha is otherwise also. Satyam. Satyam. Anyatha ma chintayatu. Don't think otherwise. It exists in our languages also, right? In Telugu also we use anyatha for the same. Is it the same in Marathi and Kannada and other languages?
Yes. In Marathi there is anyatha.
So again, we try to group this only for your ease of remembrance, but it doesn't have to be. So these are a few of the commonly used avyaya. We will do some abhyasas next time using this.
The jaditi is quickly.
Quickly. Jhatiti is quickly. Satya. Questions on avyaya?
No.
So we have come up to the end of the hour. Sudha Mahodaya, Mangala Shlokam Vadatu. I will stay back for a few minutes after the class if you have any questions. Krupaya sarve mute madhye bhavantu.
Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha.
Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Dhanyavadah Mahodaya. Dhanyavadah.
Dhanyavadah Mahodaya.